where do we go forward from here? To wrap up, we're in a unique moment where, as never before, a majority of the donor states to UNRWA have frozen funding, and they're saying they'll reinstate it depending on these 2 inquiries, which are due in the next month or 2. We know these inquiries are not exactly independent, and it's quite likely that they're going to say that everything is okay and to recommend the funding be reinstated. But we have this moment, and our summit today, the first ever summit to explore alternatives to replace UNRWA, I believe we can identify 5 areas of action going forward. Number 1, members of parliament worldwide have met here, and we have pledged, they have pledged to work together to unite in bringing in their fellow members of parliament to pressure governments to change their approach and to look for alternatives beyond UNRWA. Second, beyond petitions and appeals, there will be hearings in parliaments. I hope to participate in a hearing in the European Parliament, the Swiss Parliament, potentially other parliaments as well. Third, we need to, as follow-up to our summit, we need to monitor closely the work of these inquiries. OIOS, the Office of Internal Oversight, is number 1. The second, this independent review panel headed by former French Foreign Minister Catherine Colonna, and 3 Scandinavian groups, each of which has in the past expressed either some kind of bias against Israel or in favor of UNRWA. So there are very serious questions, but we have to look at the terms of reference and the work of these inquiries and monitor them carefully. Fourth, we need to develop working groups from the participants. We have expertise, and I see here James Lindsay, the former general counsel. He and others have expertise where we could develop a program of action for governments to seriously consider alternatives to UNRWA, to help the people of Gaza, to make sure their humanitarian needs are not compromised in any possible way, but to provide aid in a manner that is not designed to perpetuate the problem for years, which the Swiss foreign minister in 2018, Ignazio Cassis, said is a perverse logic. He said UNRWA is part of the problem, not the solution. So we need working groups to use our expertise and to help governments find a program of action. Finally, fifth, I believe that there is the avenue we need to explore about criminal accountability. When you see a terror tunnel right underneath the headquarters with cables directly linking the UNRWA headquarters to a key asset of Hamas, and you see numerous members of senior UNRWA managers, in 2017 there were 2 UNRWA managers who were elected to the Hamas Politburo with Yahya Sinwar. We have to explore criminal accountability. What did people know? What did senior managers know about the UNRWA social worker who kidnapped the lifeless body of Jonathan Samarano? What did they know about the terror tunnels? What did they know about 42, at least, UNRWA officials who were part of the Hamas operations, and about 12 to 1,400 who are also members of Hamas and Islamic Jihad? What did they know? When did they know it? That's number 1. We could look at criminal accountability, whether it's in Israel, in the United States, the European Union, or even the International Criminal Court. Finally, it's not just the managers who may have criminal accountability, but the hundreds that we've identified. And the UNRWA terrorgram, we identified a group of 3,000 UNRWA teachers. And previously, for the past 10 years, we've identified about 200 UNRWA teachers and school principals who routinely glorified Adolf Hitler, Nazis, Hamas terrorist attacks. In the United Kingdom, they recently, on January 19th, proscribed Hizbat Tahrir as a terrorist organization. On what basis? On the basis that this organization praised the October 7th terrorist attacks, the atrocities, and that this amounted to encouraging and promoting terrorism. The UNRWA school teachers and principals and other employees that we identified, you can see their names on our website, unwatch.org. There's a section on UNRWA. You see all our reports from the past 10 years. These named individuals, it's not only a slap on the wrist for a social media neutrality violation, they can be held criminally accountable for encouraging and promoting terrorism. We know that there may be immunity, but there may not be immunity for some of these criminal acts. So I think these are 5 areas of action where we can move forward from this summit. I just want to conclude by thanking all of you who've been watching around the world. Once again, in the past 24 hours, more than 100,000 of you signed our petition to call for an alternative to UNRWA to support peace over terrorism, which I'm going to present to the Secretary General. Thank you to everyone who showed your support. Your support around the world is the wind in our sails. If you want to stay informed about next steps, go to unwatch.org, sign up on our website. You can put in your email to subscribe to our newsletter. Follow us on social media, on Twitter, UNWatch, or myself, Hillel Neuer. The same for Instagram, the same for Facebook. Show your support, follow us, spread the information. We want to make the Middle East a better place. You know, this began on October 6th. We were looking to the Abraham Accords, and that is still potential. So let's do everything to support peace and reconciliation, to fight the terrorists, and indeed, let's try to make this world a better place and to explore alternatives beyond UNRWA. Thank you to all of our participants, all of our speakers. Thank you to our incredible team who organized this event, including Eileen and Dan Smith and Louis and everyone else who worked so hard to make this event a possibility. Thank you very much.